Boom.
Welcome back, everyone, to Total Nonstop Impact, the place where you get all your Impact wrestling stuff. Wow, I completely botched that introduction. I'm Zayne.
Did you forget where you were?
Because, I'm always planning for, how many different shows during the week. And by the way, we're in the lounge again. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding, folks. Don't freak out. I'm J-Bone. To my left, your right, the man from across the pond who's out of his mind because it's like, 5 in the morning there?
3:22 exactly.
All right. Well, by the time we're done, I'm just kidding. We'll try to move it along tonight. Good evening, Bison.
Good evening, guys. Good evening.
And in the smoking section down below, we've got Alicia, our local knockout.
Hey,
who is having cat problems, just like me.
He's a fame whore. He knows we're live. Trying to get that screen time.
He's just like Tenille. It's all about her.
Look at him.
I've got to say, Tenille was great tonight. But anyway, moving on.
Right? And what's the drink of choice tonight?
Sweet tea.
Lemon squash.
Sweet tea. Lemon squish, what?
We love a lemon squash. We love a lemon squash here. Ooh, yeah.
Squash? What is that? Like Sprite or something?
No, it's just like a juice that you buy. It's like you add water to it. You do I think you do like those sort of kind of like lemonades where it's like sprinkles, isn't it? Like crystallized.
Okay.
And you put that in water, you mix it all up, and it's like lemonade, right?
Okay.
It's kind of similar to that, but it comes as a liquid, and you just put a little drop in there, add your water, and it's just like a lemonade juice, I guess,
nice.
A lemonade drink.
Nice, that's pretty handy.
I was gonna say it almost sounds like what we call here professional water, where you just get a water at their table when you're sitting at a restaurant and you just, squirt a lemon in it or something. But
yeah, exactly. Just it's a little bit like that.
There you go. It's the same but different. All right. Well, that's the show for tonight. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All about
lemon. Guys, have a good one.
Lemon squish.
We're all lemon squished out, folks. All right. So we are here to talk about tonight's Impact Wrestling. But before we do that, so we talk about a little bit of news. We haven't really done that much lately. There's been some news, but there hasn't been a lot. All right, let's see here.
I can't give you a cool intro. Sorry, man. Just
the
news.
It's all good. We'll figure it out here. Where's my? I'm usually not the one who plays it. Usually someone else plays it, and then we're off and running.
I have seen that penis.
That is definitely not it.
That's definitely not it.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, we're getting close. We're getting close. Not that close. All right, here we go. J-Bone's news.
Jiminy Christmas.
All right, kids, you better hang on to your boxes. It's time for some J-Bone's news. He's going to talk about some stuff and things, and hopefully the kids stay away from this one.
Searching for my fake wrestling news.
Jesus, the Bushman.
Oreo even loved that one. Jiminy Christmas. She just loves it with them, didn't she? Yes, she did. Oh my God. Well, there's a cat ass for you. There you go. We're gonna try to keep this as PG as possible. Thank you, Oreo, for just tearing up my shoulders there. I appreciate that. Shut up, Bison. All right, J-Bone's news. So right before I went live for the watch along, live reaction, I guess we should, properly call it, because it's not a co-stream. Yeah, okay. Sorry, Oreo. Yes, I know. Yes.
She's like your co-host.
She is. She responds to me so much. It's not even funny. It's hilarious.
It's amazing.
She's a ham. She's a total ham. So announced just before Impact Wrestling went live I got the hint from one of our lovely watchers on, I don't forget if it was YouTube or Twitch or whoever it was. I think it was T Hughes. He's always in there. It says an exclusive to PW Insider says Impact to announce new championship tonight. Says there is slated to be an announcement tonight, likely on Impact Wrestling on Access. Well, that would be tonight's Impact Wrestling, you genius. That a tournament will begin next week for a new championship. We are told the belt is expected to build somehow around the company's digital media. Well, there's a nice little hint there. Because what we found out in hour 2 of tonight's show, damn it, Oreo, what are you doing? Get out of here. We find out that it is a digital media championship. All right, let's see here. We got the picture here. Yes, we got the picture here. All right. Do a little share. You beat me to it, Bison. We're gonna do a little share screen of Rooney. Fear, havoc. No, that's not it. There it is. Look at that. That's a pretty snazzy looking title. What were you saying about it, Bison, right before we went live?
I was just saying, I think it's got quite a AEW look about it, to be honest.
Oh, does it? I don't know.
I think pretty. It does. I like it.
The way the side panels go around the belt plate, it does look similar to it. Not exactly, but similar. I don't know. If you look at the top one up here, yeah, there is absolutely a similarity to it.
I think see that far.
Hang on a second, I'll grab it.
Yeah. Like squinting, trying to see.
Bring this down without
Gary,
everything down.
Gary, wasn't it?
See, if you look at this is the toy version, by the way, just so you're not like, whoa, it's so small. Shut up.
Bring it here.
The plate here and how these wrap around the main face plate is very similar. So I see what Bison's talking about as far as a similar look, but I like that. It looks because it's almost like a continuation of the faceplate itself.
And it's
it does.
called
I think it looks great.
The Digital Media Champion.
Yeah. So okay. It's obviously going to be some kind of mid-card title. It's a little different. I will say it's absolutely, it's not what was the last one that they killed off with Aries had it?
That Grand Championship.
Grand Championship. Okay.
Yeah.
So it has a feel like that. So I guess you could say it's not a TV title. It's a media title. So it's the same but different as that, I guess you could say.
Well, when they showed it on the show, I mean, they haven't got it on here for some reason, but when they put this up on the show, they had stuff on there in the bottom where it actually had the Impact Plus logo and the Impact Insiders logo. So it's obviously got something to do with that. Maybe it's one of them things it'll get defended on specials or something. But what's interesting is that it's coming at a time where recently we've heard from Len Aspel that there is a possible new distributions type deal coming soon. Yeah. So I was wondering whether maybe it's tying in with something like that as well. So, this leads up to Bound for Glory. We get the champion and we may even get an announcement at that time of whatever this distribution deal is going to be. And maybe it has something to do with that. I mean, I'm not saying it does, but maybe, possibly.
It could. I don't know. We also got some. Hi, Oreo. Damn. We also got some breaking news right after the show wrapped this evening. Do another little share screen.
Not another share of Rooney.
That's right. Breaking. It's official. at the Knockouts Knockdown on October 9th, 2 Saturdays from now, about a week and a half away. We're going to get the Knockouts Tag Team title match. Decay defending against The Influence.
And how set up is that for the debut of the Inspiration?
It could be. I want to see. I want to see what our local knockout Alicia feels about this.
Well, I'm excited for this match. It should be good. Something different. Because we've been getting a lot of Decay versus Tasha and Savannah. So just to mix it up a little bit, it's good. Yeah. It's like we'll just have to wait and see for the match, won't we, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is building, and they also did make some announcements on the website about the ladies who are being introduced into this tournament for the Knockouts Knockdown. You got Mercedes Martinez, Lady Frost, and just today announced they've got Renee Michelle announced in there too. She's officially in there now. So that's pretty cool. So that's that event is slowly shaping up. They got a week to knock it out of the park as far as wanting people to watch it. But I mean, I'm in. I'm very happy to see some new faces there. I'm sure they're gonna. It's gonna be a bangorama. No, that wouldn't be proper to call it that, I suppose. Yeah. A lot of new faces, a lot of new knockouts. Oh my God, there is a Trent Zuberi in the chat. What is up? He says, what in the hell is a digital media title?
I guess we're going to find out, Trent.
You can tell he's already loving this. It's speaking of Trent, I think we're going to be doing a show following this for the Patreon, and I think Trent's going to be involved. So Patreons, get ready. Trent's returning tonight.
Oh,
from
we should have
from somewhere.
You should have had a visual for that. You know what I mean? Trent returns. It would have been Trent. Cool.
Well, I just found out while I was live tonight, so
it would have been good. Picture of him with his big hair. You know, when he had his afro and all that. That would have been well cool.
Well, I mean, we do have this.
Disco fever, disco fever, disco fever. Yeah, 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 yeah.
What a scumbag!
Oh, sorry, that one slipped. Sorry.
Pasta Mania would have been my choice. Just saying.
You're right. Oh, man.
Trying to make it run wild.
All right, so Bison, tell them what's coming tomorrow as far as something a little extra from a TNI UK coming this week.
Yes, guys. We have mentioned it. We mentioned it on Impacted on Wednesday, but tomorrow 6 p.m. In the UK, 12 Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. We have the next Bison Talks Impact. Big interview with W. Morrissey. It's about a 15-minute interview. It's pretty good. He does reveal something inadvertently, so make sure that you check that one out. It's going to be a great. It's a great interview. So make sure you check that one out. Surprisingly, a real nice chap. Not at all like his character, I would say. Let's put it that way. His character on Impact is a bit different to him in reality. But check it out. It's a really cool interview. And like I said, it goes live tomorrow.
Nice. Well done on that, Bison. Can't wait to see that. And it's short but sweet. So perfect time for the fans around here. They could take a lunch break and boom. Get it in.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah. That's right, Lakers. Too sweet. Hell yeah. Look at this. The orders are already coming in, folks. He says, I can't fucking wait for my TNI Plummet Club shirt to arrive, fam. The orders are coming in because we're plummeting. Of course. We're plummeting so bad, we're selling Plummet Club shirts. Merch. By the way, just want to let everyone know I've been working hard on this and making sure that the shop is updated. The link here is in the description, but it's on the screen as well. All sorts of fall merch has been added to the shop over at the Spreadshirt shop. You got your sweatshirts, you got your hoodies, you got your long sleeve tees, men's and women's alike. So go check that out. There's also some new cups in there as well. Look at that. Alicia's so excited. She's ready to jump off the podcast and go order some right now. And but yeah, new cups are added as well, to hold all your warm. What are you doing, Oreo?
For your lemon squash.
Yeah,
Lemon
for all the lemon, the lemon squish, your pumpkin lattes and all that lovely stuff. So head on over there right now.
Pumpkin spice lattes. Oh, it's October.
Coming up, yeah, very soon. Well, soon here. It's
already out. It's been out since like August.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Well,
we take our fall flavors pretty seriously around these parts.
I just mean as far as like October happening. But yes, fall is officially here. Yeah. Hell, the stores around here are putting up Christmas crap already. It's crazy. It's insane. So yeah, by all means, folks, go check out the links in the description. Pro Wrestling Tees as well for all the T-shirts. The other shops for everything else. So don't get that confused. All right, shall we get into some Impact Wrestling from tonight? Unless there's anything else you guys can think of for news.
Nah, we're good.
We're good. All right.
Yeah, we're good. Let's crack on. This show was a badass. Let's crack on with that.
It was a lot. It was a lot of fun. Let's start off with a little summary of the BTI stuff here. So we had highlights from last week's matches, and then Iceman Intel was talking about Christopher Daniels returning and having a talk tonight with Mean Gia Miller. You know how hard it is to do that without the woo? Because the woo's not cool anymore. It's what they told me. The woo's not cool. So he's asking, why is Christopher Daniels returning? And we're going to find that out tonight. We'll get into that later. So that's just to put that into the heads of the folks. We're excited he's back, but why? Why is the Fallen Angel back? Then we get the match tonight from Matt Cardona and the returning Raj Singh to the They See Hit Squad. Matt Stryker, start pronouncing it properly. It's not Desi. It's like he went out of his way to call it Desi. It's not Desi. It's They See Hit Squad. Get that right, Matt Stryker.
Really noted.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So
Trent would have been all over that.
Oh, he would have. Yeah, I gotta cover Trent. We gotta cover. Look, even an old bone like myself can learn something like that. Something out of the box. So yeah, Matt Cardona versus Raj Singh was pretty good. Anybody got any thoughts on this one?
I thought it was a really good match. I think they gave him a decent amount of time. There was some good stuff. It was quite stiff, I thought, at times as well. There was some pretty. You could tell that when there's some stiff hits going on, because you can really tell in their faces and the way that they sort of kind of react and stuff. You can tell. But I thought it was overall it was a good match. I think it was possibly a good end to this sort of kind of feud they've got going on. But again, it's going to be interesting to see where Rohit and Raj go from here, because obviously it was a loss for the guys. So yeah, interesting to see where it goes from here. But I thought it was a good match.
Yeah, it It was pretty good. It's great to see him back. I was a little surprised to see Raj lose, but I'm not worried about them. You know, I still feel like that this tag team is going to be a formidable force. You know, going into Bound for Glory. I wouldn't even mind seeing them against the Good Brothers, but we'll see what comes down the road, because obviously the Good Brothers are looking for some competition. We'll get to that later. Did you notice one last note about this, Alicia? Did you notice that Chelsea Green did not have a cast on this time?
I did not, and you know why? Because I didn't see BTI.
Oh, okay. Well,
I noticed that though. I must admit, I
that
did.
stretch of time that it just doesn't allow me to tune in because I'm getting home from work and trying to get to together. So,
but that is interesting though. Without a cast, so I don't know if that means that she's cleared and she's healing.
That's fantastic news. It
is.
Yeah.
Gimmick is dead. What? No, I don't want to say she's faking it, but I still don't know how the hell she pulled off wrestling matches with it. I got to say that is some talent, to not wreck yourself even more. So, all right, then getting into tonight's episode, a triple threat match kicking off here. First triple threat match of 3 that we're getting between now and Bound for Glory to find contenders for the X Division Championship. We got Laredo Kid versus Trey Miguel versus a debuting Alex Zayne. I want to start off with Alicia here. Your thoughts on this match?
Alex Zayne is the Taco Bell guy.
The Taco Bell guy?
As his gimmick on the indies is Taco Bell. And I'm really excited to see him because, I hope we sign him because he's really cool in the ring. But his gimmick is Taco Bell. All his moves are named after Taco Bell menu items.
Oh, kind of like Trey Miguel has the Cheeky Nando's kick, and that's like a chicken brand or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know anything about that, but Alex Zayne definitely loves his Taco Bell.
The only reason why I know that is because I learned that tonight. I'm like, what the hell is a Cheeky Nando's? And someone in the chat says it's like a brand of fast food chicken or something.
Okay, it must be. I've never heard of it. It's not around me. It must be like a Midwest thing, maybe Ohio.
Yeah, like wherever he's from, Cincinnati, Cleveland, wherever he is around there.
Yeah.
So Mayor is so excited to always let us know that it is the former Ari Sterling from NXT. Yes, Alex Zayne. Yes, thank you, Mayor. You always bring that up.
It's Alex, not Alec. Someone was asking in the chat. Alex.
Yes, Alex. Alec would be weird. The name Alec just feels like there's something missing. Did you forget some letters or something?
There's only one Alec I've ever heard of, and it's Alec Baldwin.
Did you forget? Did you forget to buy a vowel or something?
Alec. It's so sad.
It's the
just
best
rolls
Baldwin.
off the tongue.
It totally does. Great match. Bison, your thoughts of this match and your thoughts of the debuting Alex Zayne?
I thought it was a great match to start the show. I mean, it was fast, it was furious. We had some great athleticism in the ring, as always. When you talk about these kind of 3-way matches, Alex Zayne is awesome. Seen him many times, and the dude is a serious talent. What I liked was that literally directly after the match aired, he posted on Twitter that it's not the last time we're going to see him. He's not done with Trey Miguel apparently, so that's good. So that's an indication, like I say, we are going to see a little bit more of him moving forward. And do you know what? If he's debuted and he is signed, or he is going to be around for a little while, I'm actually glad that he didn't win anyway, because it's one of those things where it's sort of kind of when the new guy comes in and instantly wins the match kind of thing, it generally sort of kind of puts a downer on it for me, because when you've got people like Laredo Kid in there and Trey Miguel, exactly. I mean, Trey needed this. Like this, for me, this is the beginning now of Trey on his way to getting a belt around his waist. And I just hope that they are pulling the trigger on Trey to be the next X Division champion. I think he would be amazing as X Division champion. And some of the guys that they've got on the roster now, I mean, seriously, you've got some slobber knocker matches. If Trey is your champion, there's some badass matches. So fingers crossed. And Trey was fired up tonight as well. Some of the moves, and he was like coming up to the camera and shooting off, and I thought he looked really, really good. So kudos to Trey. I say Trey for next X Division champion all the way.
Well, he certainly has a leg up on the competition now that he won this one. He's partway there. It's partway there. But yeah, great match. Folks, if you want to see more of Alex Zayne in Impact Wrestling, hit up the social medias. Let them know. Hashtag sign Zayne or hire Alex Zayne or whatever. Make it a thing, Tag all the appropriate people. Scott D'Amore, Don. Oh no, don't take Don Callis. He's busy washing his pink suit in some other company now. I don't know. Damn it. I don't know who else you tag. Tommy Dreamer. Who the hell else do you tag? Tommy's gone.
I just do Scott D'Amore unless it's a
all right, Scott D'Amore.
A knockout. Actually, you could probably do Luke Gallows, probably.
Oh, maybe Luke. Yeah, maybe. Hey, maybe they'll make the Good Brothers some some EVPs or something. What do you think about that?
Well, I know that Gallows is being used as a bit of a scout, and he is involved in that on that side of things. So who knows?
He is. He's Lakers there with the calling for the soundbite. It's my new favorite soundbite. Damn it, where'd it go? There it is.
Hold my scarf.
There he is, Mr. Pink Suit Man himself. God, I miss Don. God, he was nowhere on TV this week. It was almost weird. Anyways, we continue. So yeah, great win for Trey Miguel. I mean, they all looked good. And considering Laredo Kid won the last couple matches, he took 2 out of 3 from the new kid. Damn it, Skylar. He's been kind of on a roll too. So I mean, this could have been anyone. So, but yeah, Trey. Yeah, and let me know. With Trey, with this momentum going into Bound for Glory now, with a win under his belt, light up the chat. Let us know if you think Trey is going to take it at Bound for Glory. Then we get a promo here from Matthew Rehwoldt. He was, in fact, they showed a real quick clip of him in the corner of the screen watching the match as this three-way was going on. He cuts a promo about Laredo Kid. I loved this promo. Just the way it was shot, the way it was produced. They got his singing into it. And this guy has a phenomenal voice. Makes me, not going to lie, makes me a little jealous because I used to sing my ass off back in the day. And then, you get old and you lose stuff, folks. Growing old is tough. But he got his singing in, and he's talking about he wants to take on Laredo Kid. Thoughts on this, Alicia?
I liked it.
You're like woman of few words.
Few words.
That's all right.
I'm sorry. I'm honestly distracted by the chat. There's a lot going on in here.
That's well, they're talking about Trey. If it's anything beyond that, I'm not reading it. I'm trying to keep it moving because I know it's
Sorry.
we got a lot going on tonight. No, it's fine. It's fine.
Moving on.
You didn't fall over or nothing like Mark
That's
tends
good.
to do when I crack a weird joke or spit out water or whatever. So, Bison, what do you think about Matthew Rehwoldt possibly getting into a feud with Laredo Kid?
Well, I think it's interesting because it was a bit random on BTI last week when they sort of showed him watching Laredo Kid's match on the outside, but they never addressed it on BTI. They never addressed it at all. He just sort of kind of popped up. You saw him watching on the screen, and then he disappeared again, and that was it. And then this week, obviously, he pops up again during the match, and everyone's talking like, who's he watching? He's obviously watching it intently, blah, blah, blah. Maybe it's Laredo Kid, blah, blah, blah. So they sort of kind of started that storyline there in the commentary, which was good.
Right. Yeah, he's watching someone, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we get that promo backstage, which I thought was, which was really good. And like you said, he has got a good voice. I love all that sort of kind of law and all that kind of stuff in the background. I thought that was quite cool. And again, interestingly enough, once that segment had aired, he was straight on Twitter thanking Impact for that, and thanking him for giving him the place to really sort of kind of like go to town on his character and create, that side of things, and giving it the production value and all that kind of stuff. And I thought that was really cool. So we are seeing a lot of Impact love at the moment from the talent that is appearing on Impact, which is great. Really, really good to see. I love it. Yeah, I love it. So I think this is going to be interesting. So, I mean, what it does do is, Laredo Kid's obviously lost, so we know that Trey's now moving forward, and they're not necessarily going to be. He's out of the tournament now. He's not going for that title at the moment, so they need to get him in a feud. So at least we know we're going to get more of Laredo Kid in the coming weeks. So that's good news.
Right, yeah, and you can't keep Matt Rehwoldt with Deanna forever. It was fine, after the whole intergender thing, but it's okay to separate them, because I don't want him, because he's too talented to like become her lackey. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I don't want him becoming that. He's too talented for that. So great to see him break out. I can't wait to see if this becomes like a feud, or I don't care if it's just for like a month leading up somewhere, whatever.
Mm-hmm. I would say, who knows? Maybe this is the beginning of something to lead up to a match between the two of them at BFG potentially.
Could be, yeah. I don't think we're getting any other shows between now and then besides the Knockouts Knockdown. So it's all bound for glory now. Then we get footage of Sami Callihan. He is sadly injured. We've been waiting for this footage because we heard about the news that he's taking time off. He's unfortunately indefinitely out now till sometime next year is what we're hearing, because he broke a bunch of bones in his leg. That's never good. So, but yeah,
did you see the picture he posted on Instagram?
I saw the one where he showed up in the ER looking like the how did he phrase it? Looking like the death machine. He had the mask.
Like Desperado.
The Desperado, yes, thank you. Yeah.
Let's see.
That was cool. Is that the one you're talking about?
No, it's the one of his actual foot.
Oh God. Is it gnarly or is it
it's not as gnarly as you would like think or whatever. It just looks like obviously swollen. Like there's no bones poking out or anything. It's not like grotesque.
Yeah, because I heard he broke a couple of like the both bones in his leg, and it's like, ew. That's
and yeah, it's quite serious.
Yeah,
it is.
What we can gather, the surgery went really, really well. So, at the end of the day, he's got 6 to 8 months, I reckon, to heal.
Yeah.
But I still don't think that this is the last we're going to see of him on Impact TV. You can't take away someone like that because his personality is so big and his promo skills are so good. What they're going to do with him will be interesting to see. But maybe he's going to create a faction or something. I don't know. Maybe.
If anything, I'm hoping for commentary. Honestly. Because I don't see him. I don't even see him walking to the ring even with the successful surgery. I don't. He's a tough son of a bitch. No doubts about that. I'm not trying to knock
get off his foot, guys.
Right. Yeah, he can't be traveling. He won't be cleared to travel. I mean, if he does, I'd be shocked. But just if he does anything, maybe some commentary and a catch up interview here and there.
Film promos and stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
from home in the weird office setting with all the weird.
Let's get some more Callihan censored or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that was one and done.
He'll start Twitch streaming again.
There you go. Oh, did he stop doing that?
He still has his setup or whatever, but I don't think he's streamed for a couple months now.
Oh, okay.
He was doing that, was it drinking with Callihan on Fridays? Getting drunk with the death machine or something like that.
Beautiful.
Really? I never saw that. I'm going to have to check that out.
I don't know. It only lasted a couple weeks, and then he's been pretty much radio silent. Jess streams all the time, or Havoc, rather.
Right. Jessica, yeah. Yeah. Oh, it's all right. Laker says, did he break his ankle or leg? I believe it was both. I believe he broke both bones in his leg and did something to his ankle. So, yeah. It's
with a tibia, wasn't it?
Oh.
Yeah. All we know is it must have bloody hurt.
So they show the footage of him getting wheeled out, the crowd out there rooting him on. I kind of chuckled because I know he's a chew guy. He's got his mouth full of chew as he's getting in the ambulance. I'm like, is this not an issue? Okay, whatever. He probably looked at the EMTs and was like, just wrap up my leg and don't say another word. It's like, all right, the guy's been through enough. Let him, it would be the equivalent of, all right, just keep the flask in the pocket, lose it when you go into the hospital. That's about it, right? So, yeah, as quick as possible recovery. We know it won't be quick, but we hope that the healing is swift and
safe,
yeah, complete, and that he does return someday because he's got a long road ahead of him.
I think when he comes, it'll be. Hear me out on this before we move on.
All right.
I think that by the time he's healed enough to come back and recovered, he'll be able to jump right back into the main championship. You know what I'm trying to say? The main
main event scene.
Main event,
the top of the card, right?
He'll be out, long enough where it kind of refreshes him automatically, and then he comes back and everyone's going to be stoked to see him because no matter where he falls on the heel or face meter, he's going to be over with the fans. So,
instant.
Yeah, I think when he comes back, the crowd go nuts. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, he's going to have a big comeback. So now we just got to be patient and see and wait. And,
right. Just want to remind. That's all right. Just want to remind everyone to smash that like button, smash that sub button. If you're on Twitch, you can cheer bits, you can sub. It's the last day of September, folks. 20% off. D-Back Cub and the watch along was generous enough to hand out a bunch of subs. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. So yeah, if you want to tip on YouTube, whatever you want to do, it's all love for the podcast. It's all appreciated. All right, we continue here with women's tag for the number one contender that we found out later. It was officially announced for the Knockouts Knockdown. The Influence, Madison, Rayne, and Tenille Dashwood with Kaleb with a K versus Jordynne Grace and Rachael Ellering. I feel like Jordynne Grace and Rachael Ellering need some kind of tag team name now. Is it me or
I agree.
You think they need something, or
when you have
something
matching
simple?
gear, you gotta have a title. It just makes sense.
It would help. Yeah, throw it up in the chat. What do you think? Do you think they need one? And if you do, throw some ideas out there. What do you think, Bison?
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure what they would be called. Maybe something around, something based on power of some sort. Maybe they're a very powerful team. I mean, Rachel's, is pretty strong. Is a big girl too. So I don't know. It'd be interesting to see what they can come up with. But they've got their own. They've got their own. Pack. Titan, I call it Titantron. You know what I mean? They got a new sort of visual package coming out. I know it's Jordynne Grace's music, but what they're putting on the screen is both of them. So that's really cool. Maybe they could come up with something. I don't know, the Hossettes or something. I don't know.
Yeah, Violet here says the Hossettes, Bells Boys, says Beauty and the Brawn, not Strowman. There you go. Great shit.
Beauty and the
that
Brawn.
in there. Bonus Baby says just call them thick. Okay. I got a perfect one. Is called Never Turning Heel. How about that one?
That's a good one. I like it.
Zing right at you.
Well, Rachael Ellering, according to Trent, is playing the long game here, so we'll just have to wait and see when that shoe drops.
I'll tell you what, though, it was a bloody good match.
Yes.
It was a really, really good match. I enjoyed it. I thought some good stuff in there. Really good stuff. And you can see that both the teams now are starting to put together some sort of kind of like double team moves as well. Even though on one occasion, I think a couple of occasions, a couple of things didn't quite go the way I think they wanted them to. There was a couple of sort of kind of like hesitations, I guess. But overall, I thought it was a really good match. They gave them plenty of time as well. It wasn't like it was a short match. It was a decent length. And I enjoyed it. And as much as I like to see Tenille lose, I think the influence needed this win. And it's going to be, I think it's going to be a really, really good match for Bound for Glory. So there you go. I said that with like, I honestly said that with almost like a gun to my head.
Jeez.
Bonkers says Power and Glory here. Now, wasn't there an 80s tag team called Power and Glory or something? I'm trying to
Sounds
remind.
like there would be.
I know I'm really dating myself here. It was, oh God. It was, wasn't it like Tito Santana and Tom Zank or something? Wasn't it? Weren't they?
No idea.
Someone in the chat. I know there's a couple people in the chat close to my age. It's dropping. Zach here. Roma and Gonzalez. Was that it? Oh, it was Paul Roma. Yeah. Hernandez. Yeah. Roma and Hernandez. That's it. Power and Glory. Oh my God. I just lost about 5,000 brain cells on that shit. Damn, I'm old. Thank you guys. Power and Glory. Well,
quite cool. I quite like that. Yeah, Power and Glory is pretty cool.
Hopefully, the old WWF doesn't have ties on that anymore. Maybe the old TNA can wrap that one up. What do you think? All right, we can see.
Maybe. What I will say is with this one, with the influence winning, which we did discuss this yesterday, that probably they need it. If they're setting these guys up, they're giving them a proper tag team name. Then obviously we need to see them, work as a tag team. So fingers crossed, it's going to be a great match. But I think what it does do is potentially set up for a inspiration debut at Bound for Glory.
Yeah. I know that one half of that tag team is dropping Chris Van Vliet had a. I can't think of their real names. I'm so sorry. I'm not used to them yet. Damn it. The one that used to wear all blue, that always like blew my mind. Always made me freeze when she appeared on TV. Can't think of her name. She's dropping an interview with Chris Van Vliet within the next week because he's already dropping some clips from it. It sounds like they've had a lot of trouble with their visas. It's not, it's like we as fans think it's like, oh, okay, one company lets them go, another company just picks up the visa, boom, done. It's not that easy. They have
to apply for it, don't they?
There's a whole lot of red tape and a whole lot of waiting. So as much as I would love to see them immediately, folks, just what do I always preach, folks? Try to be patient because I think it's going to happen. We just don't know when. So hang in there, folks. Stay patient. They obviously want to stick around and work somewhere. So just be patient. He already had the interview with the former Peyton Royce. Jessica McKay. Thank you, Courtney. Yes, that's it. And a few other people dropped it in there. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. But yeah, so the Influence gets the win here. They are the number one contender. I'm sorry, Alicia, what did you think of this match?
Repeat your question. Sorry.
What did you think of the women's tag match?
I enjoyed it. I'm not having my way with words tonight, am I? Oh my god. I know. Ask Bison first.
we already just had our whole
discussion.
discussion.
Yeah, discussion. Sorry. Wow, I'm brain farting. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. It's all right. You're here. Like I said, you haven't
enjoyable.
If Alicia falls over, then we know she's in trouble. But she hasn't fallen over.
So far, I'm upright. Sorry, guys.
Rambo's bringing up Cornette. No, we're not going to hit her with a tennis racket if that's what you're implying with. No.
Might as well. Jesus. I'm putting my head straight. Shit.
I know what I was gonna say about a tag team name for Jordynne Grace and Rachael Ellering as well. There's a tag team already called the Best Friends, isn't there?
Oh God, yeah. There's a couple of them, from what I understand.
Yeah. Cassidy.
I'm just saying that because the way that they're portraying them is this sort of kind of like very supportive, kind of, maybe they could be called the Good Sisters.
The Good Sisters. Well, you can't call them the Besties either because there's the tag team that was in the Midwest scene, I believe, indie scene. That was the Besties. Just
the way that they're sort of kind of doing the whole, they're the best of friends, they're supporting each other and all that kind of stuff. They're trying to portray, aren't they? So I don't know. I was just thinking maybe something around that. I like that. The Good Sisters. I love it.
Rambo says Sister Act. There you go. That's one of my. It's one of my
Sisterhood. Sisterhood. What about
that? Now we're breaking into the Catholicism. All right.
Yeah, they could come out wearing habits and stuff. That'd be cool.
The what?
Habits, like nuns.
Singing. Yeah.
Oh, is that what they call them?
Yeah.
Habits.
And
Jiminy Christmas.
You know what I mean? That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's sprinkling holy water on the audience.
But overall,
yeah, they could come out. Yeah, could be doing all this. You know what I mean? Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
And that could be a new gimmick for when the Swingers Palace goes under and Dino Bravo is looking for a new job. He could be the one that's like he could be swinging the thing back and forth. What they do, I'm not Catholic. I'm sorry.
Didn't they used to do that with the Undertaker back in the day in WWF?
Probably.
Didn't they have something called the Ministry, if I remember rightly?
Yeah.
So the Ministry, and there was a guy that walked in the front waving that thing around there, wasn't there?
Midian.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
There we go. Yeah, he could be a minion. I know that's not what they call it in the Catholic Church, but yeah, he could be their minion. Yeah. That'd be hilarious.
I will say, in regards to the tag team match, though, is that I was kind of surprised that they went with Tenille and Madison. I thought they would actually go with Jordynne and Ellering because they've been more established for longer, but I get it.
Well, it's if the and not to overthink this, like you got to have a heel, you got to have a baby face. If you're thinking of Decay as the baby faces because they're so over, and Bite His Face Off is so over right now, and all that kind of stuff, then you got to have a heel team. But I mean, either way, it could have been. You got two strong teams. It doesn't matter who really.
It'll be heel versus heel, which is nice.
Well, yeah, I mean, depending on how you look at it, yeah. I mean, I think of
the way I see it is there's different levels of heel, and the way you look at it is that while Decay is more like an anti-hero heel,
yes,
Tenille and Madison and Kaleb kind of come off as like the mean girl heels. Like,
yeah, they are
definitely
a heel team, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's all. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh,
same
totally.
page, girl.
Yeah.
I agree with that totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Anyway, moving on.
So then it was reported it's official now for the number one contender. We've got the Influence versus Decay at Knockouts Knockdown October 9th. We covered that in the news earlier. All right. So next we got Gia Miller out there with Christopher Daniels talking about why he came back to Impact, and he says, well, you know, I'm helping out some friends here, but I have my own agenda, and I'll let you guys know what that is soon. That's very interesting. What do you got? Well, and then we'll get into the second part of that was Josh Alexander and Christian Cage getting in on this conversation as well, this interview, kind of interrupting. But let's start with Bison. What do you think Christopher Daniels' agenda is?
Do you know what? I've got no idea. But I like the fact that he was very positive. I like the fact he was talking about, you know, the house that he built, or, you know, and all that kind of stuff. I thought was really cool.
Yes.
Yeah, he talked about the forbidden door, and he was glad it was open, and so that he could come back to the Impact Zone. I loved all of that. I thought that was great. You know, so. And then, like you said, the other two sort of kind of came in, and then he sort of kind of walks away saying that, you know, letting them know why, you know, ask him sort of kind of like why he was there. And he was then saying, well, I'll let you know later, boys, kind of thing. And off he went. So I'm guessing, I mean, I got no idea, but it's going to be interesting to see exactly what comes out. But I'm sure, you know, maybe he's after the world title. Isn't that the one thing that he's never won?
Oh,
true that.
That is true.
Maybe that's why he's going to let those two know later, because at the end of the day, you know, until they've sort of kind of had their match, you know, maybe there's nothing for him to say yet.
I mean, he could be entering himself in the Collier's Shot Gauntlet, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Alicia, what do you think is going on with CD, the Fallen Angel? Why he's back?
I also don't know, but I'm just happy he's back, and that one contact he's wearing is a pretty cool effect to his look.
Oh, that's not a contact.
He's got glass eye, isn't he?
No, when he got the double V trigger and he was bleeding profusely, he got like blood in his.
Oh no.
If you see the promo at the start of this last BTE, the first 2 minutes are all Christopher Daniels and his return of the Fallen Angel character, and he's looking in really good shape, and he's working out. He's wearing old school goggles and everything, and he talks about the scars that he got from this last battle with the Young Bucks.
Okay.
And he takes off the goggles, and you see the one messed up eye, and they do a close up on it, and it's like his eye is almost like permanently bloodshot. I don't know if that's ever going to go away, but that's like a scar.
Oh, well,
I think he looks
I'm an
badass.
asshole. Okay, well, anyway.
It does look pretty gnarly, but it's I mean, I certainly think it's real. Yeah.
I had no idea. Either way, it completes the fallen angel look.
I thought so too. I thought he looked badass.
Oh yeah, it definitely adds something like, I mean, you think of like guys like Sabu that wear their battle scars all over. You know, you see him and he comes to the ring and you can't help but notice scars abroad. And then you look at Christopher Daniels and you see that, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's something. So
When I saw it, I was like, "Fucking hell! How do I get an eye like that?" Man, maybe I don't want to take a V trigger.
No, because that's how he got that. So I mean, the rest of the match was pretty brutal, you know. So, but yeah, so he's got his own agenda, and he said he's going to let Josh Alexander and Christian Cage know. And then he leaves, and Josh and Christian continue their conversation. Christian Cage has some advice. Well, first of all, Josh Alexander thanks Christopher Daniels. I mean, well, yeah, he thanks Christopher Daniels, and then Christian Cage gets in there, and then he says he's got some advice for Josh Alexander. And he says you gotta get your emotions in check, and that's the only way you're going to become champ is if you get your emotions in check. That if you control those, that you're well on your way to, you know, it's all a part of being focused, you know. So interesting little conversation there, and actually it's pretty generous of a guy like Christian Cage to pass that on to an up and comer like Josh Alexander to get him ready for this, because he's been known to be a bit of a hothead before, you know.
Didn't he used to throw temper tantrums?
A little.
A little.
I mean,
Back
I don't.
in WWE.
Oh, you're talking about.
Oh, well, I'm talking about Christian. Not, sorry.
You're talking about Christian back in the other. Okay, so yeah,
Right.
he used to like flail all over, like that was hilarious. Yeah. And he actually did that right before he came to TNA, which is even more funny. But yeah, I mean, it's it is a lesson learned. You know, he did used to do that, so that is funny. So all right, then we got lesson number 41 on physical fitness from the most professional wrestler, Brian Myers. Let's start with Alicia on this one. What did you think of this segment with everyone involved and this little physical fitness training?
It's very interesting. I obviously know Sam. I recognize him and Zicky Dice.
Yeah.
Everybody else is kind of lost on me. I have missed a couple episodes that might indicate who these fellas are, but you know, it's fine. I mean, if we're gonna be losing Swingers Pals, we gotta have camp somewhere. So why not camp it up with these guys?
It has been entertaining, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And VSK goes to go have steak with Brian Myers. He's could be Brian Myers' chosen one. Bison, what did you think of all this?
I thought it was good. You know, I love Zicky Dice's press ups were hilarious. But
it's a little out of shape.
Yeah, they were funny. But yeah, and then Manny Lemons is pretty cool. But I quite like it. I love the learning tree thing. I think it's good, and I think it's like you say, it's that kind of. It's going to be that replacement, I think, for the Swingers Palace type stuff. It's going to be a bit more of that going on. I do like Swingers Palace because I like Johnny Swinger, but you know, you can't have too much. You've got to balance it out. You know, you can't have too much of that sort of kind of like comedy stuff going on. But so I'm quite happy with this sort of kind of learning tree thing to maybe take on that mantle for a while. But yeah, no, I like it. And I think VSK, he looks like a star. Everything about him looks like a star. Even to the extent I would say, like, stood next to Brian, he sort of kind of even looked like more of a star than Brian, to a certain degree. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to all of this. I mean, that kind of squirting the lemon in Ziggy's face thing was quite funny, and I like it. I think it's great.
Hashtag perfection. Thank you, Lakers. Yes, absolutely.
There you go.
So yeah, this was a fun segment, really funny with the lemons and the lemon squirts, and then Lemons is upset, and he takes a lemon and he crushes it in his hands, and it squirts all over Zicky Dice, and Dice goes, he tastes the lemon, and he goes, "Ooh, outlandish."
Yes, that was good.
So there he's trying to get his little, so if you're not familiar with him, he is called Outlandish Zicky Dice. So he's getting it in there. So that's good on him for doing that. Good on him. So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I've heard that Dice is signed. I'm happy about that. So I think he'll be the one that comes out on top in the whole learning tree thing. But if we keep VSK, I'm certainly not going to complain about it either, because he looks like he's an absolute star. Tremendous shape, So,
and he
all right.
finished his press-ups way before the other three.
What's that?
He finished his press-ups way before the other three.
He did, didn't he? That's why he got that steak. Good stuff there. All right, then we get another promo showing that the Good Brothers are just enjoying their vacation, and they're also trying to book a match for Bound for Glory, talking about someone from Bullet Club facing them. They're looking for competition. I mean, it didn't really come off any better than last week's, but it is what it is. That's just their gimmick.
I was just going to say, that's just them.
Yeah. It's nothing that's going to it was the best thing on the episode. No, by far. No, it wasn't.
It was the best Stone Cold Steve Austin impersonation I've seen on the show.
Oh, I wouldn't even call it that. To that, I would say, what? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, well, what? That's what I was saying the whole time, and then I went out and had a cigarette.
We need Sharp Boy to come back.
Yes. He's the best.
Because that's the bottom line.
He's right there.
Shark Boy.
He's right there. Yeah. Oh, Shell, yeah. Yeah, that'd be, what a riot. Wonder what he's doing. Chasing.
He sort of kind of disappeared a little bit. He pops up on the socials every now and again, but you don't see a lot from him really.
No.
I know he's got a training. He's got a wrestling school, hasn't he, in Ohio? But
I didn't even know that. Good on him for that. Yeah. Let's see what's next here. All right, so Mickie James gets a visit on her ranch from Deonna Purrazzo. This was interesting. This almost felt like it belonged on a pay-per-view because it was quite the brawl. Almost had enough time for it being a match itself. Rolling around in the barn and strangely missing piles of horse shit. It was.
This was weird.
Yeah, it was certainly getting weird in the second half of it when it left the barn and they started
spraying each other with the hose. I don't know, in their white shirts.
Yeah, the white shirt. I was like, oh, it turned into.
I feel like this was for you guys.
It was.
I thought it was amazing. I thought it was
great. The chat certainly reacted during the watch along. Let me tell you.
The barnyard brawl was fucking awesome. End of.
Did you
nothing else to say? It was just fucking awesome.
Were you entertained by this?
I was extremely entertained by this.
Bison was.
I thought it was amazing. I love the bit where what a house. I don't. I mean, I assume that actually is her house. But yeah, what a fucking house, gorgeous. And I love the whole bit where she's sort of kind of like driving in, and you've got the country music playing on the radio and all that kind of stuff. And no, I thought it was really good. I really, really enjoyed it. I did get a little bit worried for Mickey at one point because she was obviously using a fork to, fork the hay and all that. And as Deanna come in,
oh god, yeah,
as Deanna came in, she sort of kind of threw the fork to the ground, but then Deanna sort of clobbered into her, and she literally missed it by like an inch.
I thought she got her hand.
Got impaled. Sorry?
I thought she got her hand on the swing because it looked like last minute Mickey had to like pull her hand out of the way really quick. Maybe I looked at it different, but
it was close. It was certainly close. I thought, like I said, I thought Mickey was going to get impaled at one point. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, no, I thought it was really good. I love the riding hat bit. That was cool because I know how hard those riding hats are. They're not. That must have hurt, actually, to be fair.
Oh, it was a riding hat. I'm thinking it was like a helmet or something. It was
like a riding. No, it is like a helmet, isn't it? It's like a riding hat.
Right.
I thought it was good. Then you had the sort of like strangling thing and the water hoses, and I thought it was great. You know what I mean? Like, it's a really good way. They're really working hard on building this feud.
Yes. But so, like, I have to ask though, is like, so how this set up is that Deanna just rolled up to Mickey's house and started beating the shit out of her? Like, is that what just happened, basically?
It was cool.
Listen, how do you know a girl's from Jersey?
Blame
Deanna for
blame the farmhand. He's the one that says, "Hey, she's right down over there. She's in the barn."
Yes.
She's over there in the barn. She's
right barn fighting.
She's right down. She's right down there in the road a piece.
Oh man. Well, congratulations, guys. You had a good episode.
That was cool.
Alicia, no, honestly, did you feel like this was like too much, or did you feel like it was
a little bit?
A little, yeah.
There's reasons that I'd rather just not I'd rather not point out. It was just kind of a mess.
Yeah, well, especially when everybody started getting wet in the second half of it, I was like, oh boy.
I will say this though, me and Stefan were like, well, how do we know which one wins? They're both in the same outfit. And I go, well, there's light blue jeans or dark blue jeans. Take your fucking pick.
True.
Yeah.
I think it was good. Bloody hell, Lakers.
Wow, Lakers. That's amazing. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, Lakers.
Wow, what a guy. He's buying plummet shirt clubs. Now he tips $20 to the show while we're live. He says, my favorite feud / rivalry right now. Much love, TNI family. All right.
That's what's up.
What's up? Lakers loves it. It must be good.
Lisa, why can't you be this excited about it? No, I'm just kidding.
I am excited. I just don't show it on the outside. Inside is a big old festival parade.
It's
I'm exploding confetti.
with confetti. All right. Oh, damn it. Bryson, take over for a minute. I'll be back.
I thought that was I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was really good. And to be fair, we haven't seen anything like that for a little while. That kind of cinematic style match, and I think it was really good to see. And I think if we're not going to get Deanna on the show, then this was perfect for me. It was great.
Totally.
Anybody that's sort of kind of like, moaning that we're not seeing enough of Deanna in the ring at the moment, you have to understand that she has been like all over the place, like proper representing all over the place in some absolute barn burners, pardon the pun. And so to not have her in the ring, as quite as much at the moment makes sense. She's got, maybe she needs a bit of healing, or she just needs a bit of a rest to then, continue and taking it forward. So I think this is good, and like you say, it's something we've not seen for a while. So it's nice and fresh. We weren't expecting it, and so I'm all for it. I thought it was great. Let's see more of it. Let's see Mickey now turn up in wherever she's from, Jersey or wherever it is. Let's see her turn up there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and this is all about, just Mickey's James is hardcore country, and that's exactly what this was.
Exactly.
I mean, it was with a little bit of classic TNA wink in there, but yeah. So yeah, thanks again, Lakers, for the $20 tip. So yeah, right now Lakers is in the lead with the $20 tip. Can anybody compete with that? All right, we move on. That ranch.
J-Bone needs to eat. Help the man out.
That ranch will never be the same. All right, so then we got Sabin joining Finn Juice next week. I'm liking where this is going, because I really didn't know who was going to be stepping in to help Finn Juice. If they were going to bring in someone else from New Japan for this, someone from I'm trying to think what's the big baby face. I think it's called Chaos. I'm a little, quite rusty on my New Japan, but I'm pretty sure Chaos is the baby face stable in New Japan. But no, they got a local guy by the name of Chris Sabin. Elisa, what
Is
do you
he
think?
new?
Is he new?
I
that
know. Is he new,
Right?
that guy? I'm playing off of what you just said, J-Bone. It's a new guy by the name of Sabin.
It's
Very fresh faced.
not-
Very fresh faced guy.
Yeah, he's been around a
He's
little
green to the business, right?
Well,
Completely,
to be fair, though,
completely.
he doesn't look that much older, does he? He's one of those again. We've got quite a few on Impact, haven't we? over the
Yeah,
years?
yeah.
These guys just don't seem to age.
They dipped
I
into the
think
fountain of
Sabin's
youth,
one of
bro.
them.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
no, I'm excited about this.
Mhm.
I think you can really bring an extra bit of help to these guys going up against the Bullet Club. So it looks like we got a 3-on-3 coming next week. If I'm right, I think we're getting Hikuleo, Chris Bay, and the returning El Phantasmo,
That's
ELP.
what's up.
That's gonna be a badass match.
Oh my God! This if it's not headlining, it should.
Agree.
I'm loving this, and at Bullet Club even complete with their old the classic Bullet Club music is badass. Speaking of music, if you're a fan of hip hop, rap, R&B, or whatever, Chris Bay just dropped some new stuff on his socials, I believe. Some new music. Go check it out. Let's see. So Sabin joining Finn Juice next week. All right, Fulton, Madman Fulton with Ace Dawson in his corner against the Fallen Angel, Christopher Daniels. I really like this. It was great to see Madman Fulton get some. I'm gonna say some shine, because he really hasn't been featured much.
Oh, for sure.
He is the. He is the Diesel to Ace Austin's HBK, still, I think. But it is impressive, no matter how good you think Christopher Daniels is or how good you think he isn't, that they put them both in this situation. This was a lot of fun. I was like, oh, man, he's got to come back and face a guy like Madman Fulton. Let's start with Bison on this one. What do you think?
Again, I thought this was a really good match, and we got to see. I think we got to see all the classic Daniel stuff, which was great. And man, he can still do it all. I love the finish. The best moonsault ever was the best moonsault ever, as always. I thought it was fantastic.
The BME,
and I think you're right. I think to be fair, I think Fulton actually had a really good showing. He looked good, you know, and at the end of the day, we all knew that he wasn't going to win. We all knew that, you know, Daniels was going to win this one. Like, you're not going to come in and then not win your first match like that. He was a big return. He was going to win. It's just a shame that every time Fulton wrestles at the moment, he's losing, which is a real shame. But he is getting in with some pretty badass wrestlers. So, but it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. I thought the reaction that Daniels got was really good. Apart from that one guy that was just looking at his phone while Daniels was going past, slapping everyone's hands and everything. Everyone was like, loving it, slapping hands. And then there's just some dude like this.
Oh, there's always some moron in the front row on his phone.
literally.
That's great.
Well, it's not front row Bill.
No,
Bill was turned up every time you saw him on screen.
Actually,
he's always fun. Yeah.
Thinking about that, did you see Trey Miguel physically actually go over to Bill and slap his hand?
No, I didn't.
Bill, like right at the beginning, the camera was on him. He'd gone all the way round, and he went over to Bill specifically, and did sort of like a hand pump or a shake or something. I don't know, specifically with Bill.
I didn't see it, but I heard about it in the chat. Yeah, that someone said that he did that, and I was like, I blinked and I missed it. But that's awesome. Yeah, I think a couple of weeks ago you saw Eddie Edwards do that to Bill too when he came out.
Yeah,
he did a circle.
Famous, bro.
Yeah, no, I think Eddie did it again tonight.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Eddie did it again tonight.
Nice. I'm always blinking at the wrong time. But yeah.
Bill's the man. Bill is the man.
He is. He certainly is. And he's on the road again. He's front row somewhere. I don't know where, but he's front row
Bill.
I forget. He mentioned where he was in our private chat. I can't remember where he said he was tonight though. So yeah, Christopher Daniels, what a fun return to see a classic TNA guy that we're covering his year one in the company and in the throwbacks. We'll be covering more of that when Trent returns next week. Alicia, any thoughts on this?
The match, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it. It was good to see Christopher Daniels come back. Good to see Fulton do his thing. You know, I feel like it's so few and in between that we actually get to see him run a full match on his own. So it was refreshing. This is good. It was a good comeback return, like to show Christopher Daniels off a little bit too, because Fulton's such a strong force to go up against that. I think it made him look pretty strong. Both of them looked good during this match. Like, feel like even though one man won, none of them were losers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Agree.
Yeah, I mean, that is it. It's win or lose. That's an opportunity for Madman Fulton.
I think at the end of the day, we all knew that the Fallen Angel was going to win.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, sure.
You're not going to bring back someone like that and have him lose because then he might as well not bother.
Yeah.
But what I did like about it was that, at the end of the day, he was getting a rub from CD because he was allowing him to really get some good offense in. He made him look good. It made him look good in the loss. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but we've said it a few times recently that, like same with Ace Austin when he was in the championship match, right. Regardless of whether he lost the match, he looked awesome. And that's credit to Christian for, making, helping to make him look great. Oh, so, that's what you got to remember. These guys, are probably, like you say, fans as well. So, for Fulton, he's like, wow, I'm getting to wrestle Christopher Daniels. This is fucking cool. Regardless of the result, and he's getting the rub from the guy as well. So, it's all good. It's all good.
Oh yeah. All right, so CD with the win with the BME. He looked great out there. Now, of course, there's some shenanigans from Ace during the match, and Josh Alexander comes out to shoo him away from the situation. So we deal with that in a bit. Off to Swingers Palace now, and in walks Scott D'Amore. And Swinger tries to convince him that, hey, you should just maybe not go to Vegas. And that way Swingers Palace can just continue and, everybody wins. But Scott's like, no, that's not where everybody wins. He's like, what's in it for me then? And Johnny Swinger's just convinced that it's the greatest thing next to sliced bread, his idea. So he's like, well, no, see, you'd have to bring all your stuff to Vegas, and you're not licensed in Vegas, are you? He's like, well, you're not even licensed in Tennessee. So, unfortunately, it looks like Swingers in a bit of a bind here, and we might be seeing the end of Swingers Palace. I'm trying not to overthink this and thinking that it's I hope it's not the end of more than that.
Right. That's what I was thinking too. What a bummer, right?
I thought about this a few weeks ago, and I kind of hinted at my thoughts on it. So I could totally see something like Swinger in Vegas coming to the tapings and trying to pull off something in a side room, and they set up some kind of tables with some stuff, as just a quick scam thing for a few weeks. Like, hey, keep this on the D-Lo, or whatever he would say. What do you guys think about this? Let's start with Alicia.
No, start with Bison.
Bison, we'll start with you.
Okay. I've had this feeling as well. I've had a bit of a feeling over the last, probably about the last month, that possibly this might be the last sort of kind of hoorah for Swinger, for the Swingman. What we have to remember is, I think he was signed to a 2-year deal, and I'm pretty sure that that's coming up to the end now. So it's going to be interesting to see if they keep him. Ultimately, if they're going to be taking on some new roster members, is there going to be a place for Johnny Swinger? And they're going to need to start freeing up some money somewhere. So I'm pretty sure we may see a couple of guys fall by the wayside. Sorry, my throat's gone a bit funny there. I think it must be a frog or something. The weather here is terrible. I'm just saying that. It's definitely weather for frogs.
And it's severely late there. It's probably that too.
It is late. Yeah.
We'll wrap it up soon.
I'm staying up. I'm being a trooper for the TNI fam. All right. I'm staying up for you guys. Peace. Almost
to the end.
So I have a feeling that Johnny Swinger is coming to an end, which, like you said, it'll be sad to see him go. But if Bray Wyatt turns up and Braun Strowman and Buddy Murphy and all these people turn up, I will soon be over it.
Right. It's evolving. It's like this, we got Johnny Swinger, and before that, the big comedy act was Falabon KM.
Right, right.
And it just the show evolves. It's wrestling evolves. You in with fresh people, out with some other ones, and
that's the business, baby.
It is. It's sad. It's true. But we've loved Swinger. We'll have to say. I mean, I'm not saying it's a guarantee. It's just kind of what it feels like right now. We'll have to wait and see what the future is for Swinger. But nonetheless, I think I can speak for all of us saying that we absolutely love Swinger. Any other thoughts on this, Alicia?
I think I just agree with Bison. There's going to come a point where if we're bringing all these new names in, that there comes like some of the guys are going to have to just fall on the wayside. I agree with that.
Okay.
I don't have much to add to it because Bison said it perfectly. So
yeah, I mean, the end of the day, we know that if you're going to bring in some of these bigger names, they're going to be demanding bigger paychecks. And they're going to be featured heavily. So there's only so much screen time. So somewhere along the line, you're going to have to lose. You're going to have to lose some people, aren't you?
We came here for a lot of money.
There you go.
It's true.
It's true. You're just going to have to, it's one of them things. If you want these bigger names to come in, and to be fair, for me, it's the one thing which is holding Impact back at the moment is they haven't managed to pick up. I know they brought the Good Brothers in, but I'm talking about proper, a proper draw. Like a Bray Wyatt, potentially, like you say, a Braun Strowman. As much as some people like him, some people are not so keen on him. Like we talked about yesterday on Impacted, if you give these guys, you only see what the E wants you to see, right? So, if they come to an Impact, then you're going to get to see what they really are capable of. And I'm sure people will definitely change their minds on certain individuals, and like they have with Matt Cardona, for instance. A lot of people are like, oh yeah, Matt Cardona, the broski and all that kind of stuff. But actually, the guy is a badass, and he's proved it, time and time again, really, really well. So.
Wow.
Let's see where this all pans out.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vegas is really going to be an interesting new chapter because they've spent the entire pandemic, the last year and a half, in I almost said Daly's Place. I'm thinking of the wrong damn company. Skyway Studios in Nashville, Tennessee. So yeah. Yeah, it's time to move on to different things. So we'll see.
It'll be cool.
We'll see what it brings. Moving on from Swingers Palace, we got Ace Austin and Fulton grabbing the camera guy, and they're trudging on to Scott D'Amore's office, and they want revenge for all this shenanigans that happened during the match. And Ace Austin is sick of this. He's like, man, I almost won that match, and then Fulton almost won this match, and Fulton spoke. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Fulton actually spoke. I almost fell out of my chair. He's like, yeah, I had that one, or whatever he said. Probably the most memorable thing he said in his entire existence, next to something he said in OVE a couple of years ago. Anyways, so yeah, Scott D'Amore always coming up with the good answers. And so we're getting a tag match next week. Ace Austin and Madman Fulton versus Josh Alexander and the Impact World Champion, Christian Cage. Thoughts on this?
Bison.
There was me being the gentleman and waiting for the lady. Okay. Good. I think it's going to be. I think it'll be a pretty good match. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to this one. I think it'll be good. And again, it was another. I thought it was a really well put together kind of backstage moment, shall we say? I thought it was good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Alicia.
Alicia.
Well, because I'm just always curious as to what they're gonna do with these two. And yeah, so we'll just have to see next week, I guess.
Yeah. I still think just the fact that they keep they're keeping this going makes me really feel like this 1v1 is not going to be a 1v1.
Yeah.
I just have that feeling. Like that cup's going to come out of nowhere. Like all of a sudden, oh, by the way, I still got this cup, It's just I don't know. It's got that feeling. We'll see. But yeah, Scott D'Amore always got the answers. Next, we got the fate of Rhino. VBD coming out to the ring. And Eric Young, in his best Eric Young, really giving it to Rhino. Rhino can't even look at him in the eyes. He can't even look up. He's just kind of like staring at the ground off to the side. He's like ashamed. He's distraught. He seems a little confused, for lack of better words. And then the guys from VBD start surrounding Rhino. And Eric Young's really giving it to Rhino now. He's like, "This is your last." I can't do the voice. "This is your last chance." And then right when it seems like Rhino's about to give him an answer, we get the return of Heath. Heath is back in the Impact Zone.
Heath Bar.
Yeah, this was good. It was nice to see Heath back. I didn't actually expect it because I thought he would be back for Bound for Glory. I thought they'd make it a live comeback. And interestingly enough, I don't think I've seen it anywhere. There's nothing. There's been nothing out there. So spoiler wise, I had no idea he was going to come back at the taping. So it was cool to see that happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Rhino sort of kind of backing off and leaving via the back door was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure where that one's going. I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, maybe we're not in for a Heath and Rhino reunion. Maybe not.
It's
The way they set things up, we'll have to see.
Maybe
it's more of a Heath versus Rhino match coming up.
It is interesting. It leaves the door wide open, but nonetheless, it was great to see this guy back.
I used to have a last name, but now a billionaire keeps it in a safe.
This is one of the best sound bites we have. One of those new ones. I absolutely love it. Courtesy of Simply Steve. Thank you, Simply Steve. I haven't been playing too many bites tonight, but I've just been enjoying the conversation. Alicia, any thoughts on the return of Heath and where this is all going with Rhino?
I feel like I've been calling it for a while that this was the direction they were going. The only difference is I didn't anticipate Rhino walking away from Heath and the potential re-teaming up of them. I have no doubt in my mind eventually they'll meet up halfway again, but until then we'll just have to drag this out.
Yeah, I mean, there's certainly options out there. We know we got some new faces coming to the fold soon. They could get involved in this easily. And just for one last note on this, damn, Heath looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looks in good shape. Yeah, really good shape.
And man, I haven't seen him in such a long time. You forget how big a guy Heath is. Like, he went toe-to-toe with Joe Doring, and like they seemed like they were the same size. Just kind of was like, whoa. You know?
Big personality.
Yeah, definitely. He's I think for me, it's I want to see Heath go alone though. I want to see him, have a real good sort of kind of, going it alone run, where he's not having to sort of rely on a best friend or be part of some kind of faction or anything like that. Just be Heath and get out there and have some great matches.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting. We know that Rhino just re-signed recently, so he's going to be sticking around for a few more years. So, yeah, the future's wide open for him. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he'll start his own crazy old school violent thing for himself or some other new faces or something.
Exactly.
EC-Dub. I don't know.
There you go. Surely.
Then we get the announcement of the digital media title. Digital Media Championship coming to Impact Wrestling. They're going to start a tournament, and the finals or the tournament starts next week. And I got to double check this. So is this starting on? This is starting next. Let me look at the calendar here. No, this is. Wait a minute. When is that starting? It's starting October. Did they say October like 6th? Because I could have sworn they said it on a day that wasn't Impact Wrestling.
I don't know. I can't remember on that.
Let me check the news page real quick. See if they.
Something interesting on this one was that literally as they were airing this sort of kind of promo with regards to this on the show, Matt Cardona tweeted, I think it's time, something along the lines of Rehwoldt is now, I'm now done with Rehwoldt or something, now time to go for gold.
All right, so it says here in the article on ImpactWrestling.com, premiering Tuesday, October 5th, exclusively on Impact Plus and YouTube for Impact Ultimate Insiders.
There you go.
A single elimination tournament will determine the first ever Impact Digital Media champion. 2 weekly matches, including 4 as part of Wrestle Week, will culminate with the first ever digital media champion being crowned at wrestling's biggest pay-per-view event of the year, Bound for Glory. So the first matches here, all right, we've got Ziggy Dice versus John Schuyler. And then we also have so that's happening on Tuesday, October 5th. Excuse me. So that's next Tuesday. And then the day following that, Wednesday, October 6th, is we've got Hernandez versus Crazy Steve.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And this is something that will be exclusively on YouTube Insiders and Impact Plus.
Right. Yeah. And that's cool. And that's, look, and if you're subbed and you're just watching the content on there, you're hoping to get some more original content, and that's what they're bringing us. So that's good to see.
There you go.
Yeah, like Lakers says here, hashtag John Schuyler sucks and Hernan Daddy. Oh, we know who he's rooting for. All right. So, I'll leave that tab open for the last thing there. All right, so yeah, I'm excited. Are you excited for a new title, or how are you feeling about this digital media title? Do you feel like it's going to be kind of oddly placed, or do you think it's going to be an okay mid-card title?
I'm not thrilled about the name, but I think it's about time we got an extra title. So
yeah, it's something extra besides the X Division and the World Championship, because it's like, what else are you going to fight for?
I think it's cool that they're giving us something else for the digital media stuff. So, we've got Impact Plus and and now obviously the YouTube Insider stuff. So, I think it's cool they're doing that. I still think that we need a second 1 hour show. If I really do. I mean, I had this idea ages ago that what if we had if we had Explosion come back, but as a brand spanking new format, you could have the Explosion title, the Impact Explosion title, but it could be open to anyone. So, like for instance, so if like from the Indies, from AEW, from New Japan, wherever, it could be open to anybody, right? And you could sort of kind of like have, like, for instance, if Laredo Kid isn't around for longer than, say, I don't know, a set of tapings, right? Then, you could potentially bring him in. He could have a run as the Explosion champion, you know, and then lose it at the end of his run to somebody else, and then we don't see him again. But then we get a run from another potential, or you know, it could be someone coming along that they're really interested in signing from the Indies, and they're giving him a shot and see how he comes across, you know, through a set of tapings of Explosion, whether that be 4 or 5 week program. I think that would be, I think it would be a really cool idea. And again, you know, you don't even necessarily need to have it on Access TV. You could run it on Impact Insiders, or like you say, on Impact Plus. It could just be that. And then, you know, like you say, why not every single pay-per-view, you know, to really give it a bit of shine and show it off a little bit, put it on the pay-per-view, put a title match on the pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Because that's where they're going to be featuring those, you know, the shows in between the pay-per-views. You know.
Exactly. I mean, we needed another championship. I think the only person holding that back was Don Callis, and he's gone now. So, you know, we needed it.
True.
I see a lot of people in the chat mentioning that same idea about Don Callis holding that back, and now he's gone. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, Don was very public on the fact that he didn't feel that you needed loads and loads of championships, because if you have too many, then it almost diminishes their
worth.
Yeah. So
No,
he's saying, like, you know, you just need to have your main championships, and that is your you know, your main goal, and should be the main goal of every wrestler on the roster, kind of thing. You know,
Pull my scarf! This is sick. This is sick. This whole place is going to hell in a handbasket.
Settle down there, Don. Settle down there, Don. Jeez,
I think the problem with that, though, is that as you start to build a roster, if you've got, like, there's only so many times you can have these kind of, like, you know, bad blood feuds, or, you know what I mean, like non-title type storylines. You know, you have to, you know, because everybody at the end of the day wants gold. So you've got to, I don't know, you've just got to have something for them to be going for. In my opinion, that's just my thoughts. You know, sorry, I'm just throwing that one out.
Good.
Yeah. All right.
Word.
There you go. All right. Then we on to the main event here. Oh my God, we're almost done.
Already.
Yeah.
Thank God I'm knackered.
Right.
Oh, you poor thing.
We got the street fight between Morrissey versus Eddie Edwards. It's getting personal, folks. It's getting personal. And this is Eddie Edwards. Alicia Edwards even got involved with Kendra, the kendo stick. That didn't end pretty either. But damn. Fun fight. You know, they pulled out everything but the kitchen sink on this one. I wouldn't say it was like the best street fight I ever seen, but it was cool to see Morrissey put in this situation, because I feel like this has been amping up to this. And of course, now you've got even more emotions mixed in because now of what happened to Sami and Moose and everything. So, but yeah, let's get your thoughts on this. You're muted, Alicia.
How long have I been muted? I've been saying things. Anyway, yeah, so I thought this was a really interesting match. It's so far the best match that I've seen W. Morrissey in since he's been with the company, but it's Eddie Edwards, so, like, you know, he does a lot of the legwork for everybody.
Yeah.
Not to give him too much credit or blow smoke up his ass or anything, but yeah, Eddie Edwards is a gem, isn't he?
He is.
Now,
He's a mainstay.
Did I mishear you guys earlier saying that Eddie Edwards is also injured, or?
I thought I saw someone in the chat say something like that. Oh, Rambo says, "Rest in peace, yellow sign. It was shattered." Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he died. That had
Yeah.
to hurt too. That's like a thick piece of plastic.
Right. I've never seen any skinny, like horrible version of that. They're all this thick orange yellow plastic, and that thing exploded on Eddie's head. Maybe he's got a concussion or something, but geez Louise, that was nuts. But yeah, I haven't heard any news. Just the stuff with Sami, or maybe
so
they're just
official.
not that I'm aware of. But
Maybe
but what
storyline wise they're gonna take him out. Like I think that's what you were trying to say.
Yeah, it could be. It could be like just for a little while, you know.
Mhm.
And then he just, I mean, he's a family guy now. He's got a kid to take care of. You know, let's not forget that there is a real life side of this.
Mm-hmm.
Great match. I thought this was a great match. For me, it was better than their previous encounter. I thought, it was almost like the previous encounter was a warm up, and this was like the main event for me. This was great. We said yesterday on Impacted that I wasn't sure whether this was going to be the main event or not, or whether it would be the Daniels Madman Fulton.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was Christopher Daniels, no other reason, but because of Christopher Daniels.
Right.
But I thought that potentially this would be the main event, and it was. And it was worth it. It was a great main event. The ending of it was a bit fucked up. I mean, the Moose and Morrissey proper went to town on Eddie.
Oh my God! The chair was just mangled around him.
Exactly, and then they forced Alicia to watch the beatdown. She looked proper distraught, and actually, I felt at the end, like for anyone that doesn't believe that Alicia's that great at the promo stuff or the acting and all the rest of it, I thought she looked genuinely concerned at this point.
Yeah.
And so, if that was a genuine concern, or whether she was, if that was all part of the story or whatever, I don't know. But what I do know is that was a hell of an ending, and it felt uncomfortable as it went off air. Eddie looked out of it. He looked absolutely out of it. I hope he's not injured. I don't want to see him disappear for a while, because I think that would be crap leading up to Bound for Glory. We need an Eddie Edwards at Bound for Glory, so you've got to build something, unless he's just gone for a couple of weeks to kind of, like you say, build he's in an injured state type storyline, like, I don't know. But just as just to remind you all, as W. Morrissey was in this main event, I am interviewing him tomorrow. And it will be available for all you guys. So there you go. Don't forget.
Woo, woo.
All right.
There we
Don't
go.
forget.
Yeah.
Get in.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Doing the
somebody
Lord's
there.
work, Bison.
Exactly. It's a good one. It's a good one. So make sure you watch it. But yeah, now it's interesting how this is going to go. Like I say, it was good. It was a great match, and let's hope that Eddie's okay. We need lots of more shows with the fans singing his theme tune, because he's one over motherfucker.
He is. Jordan Merrick brings up something interesting. He says, with Sami out, I wonder if Davey, assuming you mean Davey Richards, could come through the forbidden door and the Wolves could take on Moose and Morrissey. Oh, that would be amazing. And I was, right before I saw that, I was thinking, I was like, well, yeah, what if Eddie brings a mystery guest for a tag team match, slobber knocker, if you will, to Bound for Glory? That'd be fun. It could be a number of people, to new faces all over the place lately.
True.
Yeah, why not? That would be a hell of a Bound for Glory match. A reunion of the Wolves versus Moose and Morrissey. Take my money.
But it's got to be in a cage or something. It can't be just a tag match,
Right.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe a
Gotta
ladders
be.
match. Maybe a TLC.
Oh my God! It's
what?
Well, did I
you guys-
imagine that?
Did you guys see that?
What the fuck?
It looked like Trent.
What was he doing?
Well, even weirder, it looked like he was home.
Yeah, it did.
I thought he was ATVing down in Mexico today.
So
I
did
mean,
I.
that's all. This was pictures all over his face botch today. Was him in the orange bandana and the whole family looking like they were going ATVing and sightseeing and climbing pyramids and doing all sorts of the Mexican shenanigan thingy dingies. I don't know what that is. I haven't been in Mexico for over 30 years, so I couldn't tell you,
Blimey.
but neither could
Exactly.
Oreo. Oreo, of course, had to chime in her 2 cents about that. So, well, it looks like he's getting ready for what's coming up next, which looks like we're going to be doing the family choice part of the Patreon package, which is a quick watch along for. Damn it! I forgot the name of the freaking show. I know Bundy, King Kong Bundy, is supposed to be a part of it. Married with Children. That's it.
Oh, okay.
I was thinking of the theme song before. There it is right there. Thank you so much. But hey, how did that get in there? What's going on? I think the ghost of somebody I fired is in here or something. Jiminy Christmas. TNI. There it is again. What's going on? I'm so confused. Oh my God. I'm getting creeped out. We better wrap this up. All right. Yeah, we're coming up on 2 hours.
Yes, I'm going to go bed.
Great episode. A lot of fun. There was someone in the chat earlier that said, I wonder if this one is going to be better than AEW's Dynamite tonight. Well, no, I love both shows, so I'm really torn on that concept. I'll let you guys argue that one out in the chat. I'm not going to discuss that here. Maybe we'll save that for a Smash This podcast or something. But let's wrap this up, guys. Great episode. Bison, thank you so much for coming in. I know it's late and I know you're shattered, but let everybody know here where they can find you.
You can find me on the Twitter box at Lord Bison 45, as it says right there. Hang on, no, this side here at Lord Bison 45 on Twitter. Please give us a follow. I do love talking about wrestling. I love seeing all your tweets and getting involved in different bits and bobs. So make sure you follow. Give me a follow if you haven't already. Don't forget to make sure that you subscribe to the TNI channel, and also follow at We Talk Impact as well. Actually, make sure you do that. So it's all good for me. It's all good for me. And again, don't forget, Impacted every Wednesday. From the TNI Crew, we've got so much going on at the moment. Make sure you join us live in the chat. We've got a great bunch of people that come in and talk. A lot of you guys are there, which is great. So yeah, please keep joining us. And you're right, hashtag We Are Impacted, baby.
That's right.
3 tickets out there. And I always say, also, they're not here, but make sure that you follow Joker as well. And of course, Simply Steve. Go and check those guys out on WrestleBuddy. They write articles for that as well. And apparently, I asked the hard-hitting questions. So here we go. I don't know. I didn't actually ask that one. Does W stand for Willie? It does actually stand for William. So there you go.
All right, Alicia, where can they find you?
Very simply, you can find me at Instagram and Twitter under the handle Alicia Bikiki. I'm also on Discord, kind of. I just lurk. Under the same name.
I was going to say, I do pop on that every now and again as well. Yeah.
Yes, because there is a TNI UK, I don't know what they call it, channel on our Discord. But yeah, by all means, folks, go check out the Discord. We're building a great community there. And it's not just Impact Wrestling. It's a little bit of everything. No matter what you watch, there's a channel for it in there, even for sports or miscellaneous, or you can show off your merch or promote something else that you're involved in. You know, it's all sharing the love. It's a great community. We're popping about 150 people in there right now. It's give or take a little. Great stuff. Great stuff.
I do like that. You're right. Yeah, you must go on the Discord to see Uncle Mark lose his mind on a daily basis.
Yes, he is. He is in there all the time, losing his mind. So he's always losing his mind in there somewhere. You can find me over on the Twitter box at JBone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150. You can also find me on that other little podcast called Smash This Podcast. You can find that on YouTube and Twitch and wherever you find your audio. And speaking of audio, this podcast's audio is all over the place. You can find it at SoundCloud, Amazon, Google, Spotify, iTunes, all over the place. Wherever you find your podcast audio, TNI is there. Just look for at We Talk Impact, and I guarantee you will find all the latest stuff. And of course, the Patreon is live as well. Patreon.com/We Talk Impact. In fact, we're going to be doing some Patreon stuff following this show tonight. So, a bunch of different tiers.
Zach Bonifer, that would make a great T-shirt.
What's the Tickle Club? That one certainly opened the eyes of our fellow knockout here. I don't know about that one.
I don't want to be in that club.
That's gotta be a UK thing. I don't get the whole tickle thing. I'm too old to be tickled. That's just no. No, thank you. That sounds like we're gonna get a cease and desist from Elmo himself. Anyways, let's get out of here.
Thanks for joining tonight, everybody.
Take care, guys. See you Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see you this weekend. Well, we're going to be doing some Patreon stuff after this, the Fam's Choice. Sunday is the Fam Dinner, and then join us on Tuesdays for the she'll be back on the regular schedule doing the NWA TNA throwbacks. And then, of course, Thursdays, as you've been here, the Watch Along Live Reaction along with the review. So take care, everyone. Much love. And
But what stands before us is a miracle waiting to happen.
thank you very much, Pope. All right.
Take
we're out of
care.
here. Good night.